Hey everyone, I'm Scott, and today I want to ask you a question. Have you ever stolen a paperclip before? Now, no one can see you raise your hand, so just be honest with me. Have you ever stolen a paperclip? Have you ever stolen a pen? Have you ever cheated just a little bit on your taxes? Or maybe if you're a student, have you ever just copied a couple questions from your homework in order to turn your homework in on time? Chances are you have, because pretty much all of us have. In our culture, these little thefts are considered okay. But here's the thing. In this video, I want to convince you to never steal a paperclip again. Now, I first ran into this idea from the blogger, podcast host, James Altucher, because he has an article or a little blog post that talks about why you should never steal a paperclip. So let's look and see what he says. Don't steal paperclips from the office. It seems small, but 1,000,000 paperclips in life add up to what you are, a mishmash of twisted metal. Be honest. Honesty compounds until your word becomes the word. Try it and see. Did you catch why you shouldn't steal a paperclip? It's because it compromises your integrity. Now, you might think one paperclip, no big deal, but a lifetime of stolen paperclips and pens and paper and questionable business expenses, at some point, that means you're a person who has compromised their integrity and you're a dishonest person. Now, maybe you think, come on, Scott, paperclips are worthless. They are worth virtually nothing. Well, is it okay for you to steal $1? Is it okay for you to steal $100? Is it okay for you to steal $1,000? I mean, either you're a person of integrity or you're not. And if you decide, I'm never going to steal a paperclip again, guess what? You're well on the way to being a person of integrity. This whole conversation reminds me of what the philosopher Aristotle had to say about murder. Now, clearly, stealing a paperclip is not the same as murder, but Aristotle had a really interesting view of right and wrong. You see, Aristotle believed that actions were not inherently right or wrong, but rather they reveal the character of a person. And so if you do things like murder or steal or lie, it reveals that you're an immoral person. You're the kind of person that gives in to vice. And if you murder once or if you steal once, it's going to be easier for you to do it again and again. And so part of the reason that murder is wrong in Aristotle's eyes is because of what it does to the murderer. It makes you a worse kind of person. It makes you less and less a person of virtue and instead a person of vice. And I think that we can connect that to stealing paperclips, because the more and more tolerant you are to stealing things from work or stealing things at school or stealing things from the government when it comes to your taxes, the more likely you are to be a person who has no integrity. What James Altucher is teaching us is really just ancient wisdom. If you try and have integrity in everything you do, even in the smallest things, you will be an honest person. This is the same teaching that's reflected in the ancient book of Proverbs from the Bible. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. Or we could paraphrase it and say, better to have no paperclips than to live in a house full of stolen paperclips. Well, thanks so much for checking out my video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. And if you are new to our channel, check it out and please subscribe.